Welcome back
to Barely Packed.
Come with us and join our adventure.
Yes,
Come
join
along.
us.
Come along. Good morning.
Good morning from Skagway, Alaska.
We are getting ready to go get some coffee and go down to our excursion.
I just had some breakfast in the Windjammer and I'm back down. I am ready to go. Yeah, we're meeting at 6:45 in the theater. And we're going to be taking the Yukon Railroad. Once one way up into Canada. We have to take our passports. I don't know what kind of border check there's going to be. If we're just going to get a wave through or actually have to show something. We're going to get off one way and then we're going to ride bikes down. 15 to 20 mile bike ride down to where we started. Should be exciting.
Hopefully the weather holds out for us.
Yes, it's supposed to light rain all day today, so that's okay. We're ready to go. We're barely
ready.
packed. We're tough.
It's the last excursion, last day getting off the ship. So
Right.
we are ready to do this. We're going to bring you with us. So hold on.
Come along.
Come along.
Come along on the train.
All right.
Maybe we'll find some gold today. Yeah.
Ooh, gold. There's gold in them mines.
Gold in them there hills.
All right. We will see you soon. Bye.
There it is. Oh, wow. Go ahead.
instructions. Remove sunglasses or hats, and please have cell phones and cameras put away. Please discard.
Beautiful. Train. All right, Alan. What did you think of the train ride?
Train ride was awesome. Awesome. We're now in Fraser, British Columbia. We had Canadian customs officials had to come out and check our passports. Now we are heading to our bikes. Yeah, the ride up was awesome. I mean, the waterfalls, it was a steep climb. It's a narrow gauge railway, which just tracks are a lot skinnier than usual.
Very good.
Very cool.
All right, we're gonna bundle up and head out on the bikes. Bye for now.
We will be transitioning into some housekeeping items shortly. We're not too far from the summit, but I will mention to you all, you'll notice in the subalpine area, excuse me, you'll notice these subalpine fir trees in the area. They are evergreens, they're very short. You can see they take a lot of wind gusts. I mention that because we will be descending into what's called the Tongass National Forest, which is the largest temperate rainforest in the world. So the ecosystem will change significantly shortly after we depart from the summit. Pretty much after our first stop, you'll be seeing the transition to that rainforest, which is very incredible actually, because it covers about 80% of Southeast Alaska. And that would just constitute the administrative portion of the forest itself. The forest actually runs down, it runs up into the Yukon and all the way down into the redwoods in California. So it is a significantly large forest.
We fit you with a bike. You're gonna go ahead and adjust the seat to your height. So undo this quick release. You're gonna fit it to about your hip socket. And then I'm gonna just clamp it right here. I'll have you change the seat to your height, and then go ahead. After we do that, we'll ride around, practice.
Fresh, soon after gold was discovered in the Yukon, he felt like there was going to be a lot of people rolling through soon. It would be a good place to make some money. Lived a very fascinating life. He was born in Germany, became a steamboat captain in Louisiana on the Missouri River. So he was Captain William Moore. Participated in almost a dozen gold rushes in his life throughout North America into South America. A couple facts I'd like to share about the falls. If I told you guys this is not actually a waterfall, would you believe me, or would you say, hey Dylan, what's a flint? Like,
Looks like a waterfall.
Water coming down rocks. Waterfall, right? So these are actually cascades. They are cascading down the rocks. A typical waterfall will flow over rocks. So that's semantics. I just like to point that out because we will actually be crossing the largest waterfall in Alaska, approximately 1,400 feet. It is frozen right now, so we're not going to stop there. But there'll also be a large tube running down to the right of it. We can talk about that later after you guys see it. But we're going to be stopping there. Those are called Pitchfork Falls. And please stay out of the road here. I will, however, direct your attention behind us. This is carved by glaciers themselves, by hanging glaciers that sat on top of those mountains, or continue to sit on top of those mountains, and are continuing to form them. If you look a little bit further back, you'll see a bit more jagged peaks. That's our Sawtooth Range. So you'll see that they are taller. That means they are newer mountains. They are jagged. That means they were not carved by glaciers, like the majority of the mountains that you'll find in the valley here as we go down today.
All right, Alan. We had our second stop actually.
Second stop.
Get ready to
Taking
go.
the bikes down. It's a little cold, but it's not too bad.
Oh, speak for yourself. Going 15 miles an hour down that hill, that wind cuts right through my heated jacket. So get ready to go through customs. Check in later.
There goes the train that we took up to the White Pass. Coming back down. Well, we're on the bikes. White Pass.
Back in downtown Skagway. Going to the visitor center. We have our books. And we've collected them everywhere, all over the national parks. It's like one of the best things I ever bought was this passport book. And Alec gets his stamp at every place that we go to.
Yes, the date must be correct. 21st today.
Oh yeah, sometimes they don't do that. Then you can put it in one of your passport books that you could get at any National Parks Visitor Center. We got our son one when he was little, and he looks forward to collecting the stamps. Highly recommend. It's a family favorite. Go to the train stop. All aboard the train stop. Train stop. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Oh, this is like the depot building.
Did the White Pass Yukon Route train. That was actually very, very cool. Highly recommend that.
Yeah, it's Tutsi. Must be the mascot.
All right, Alan. Let's recap what we did today so far.
So we got on the White Pass Yukon Railroad, which is very cool. It's a narrow gauge railroad, so the tracks were kind of skinnier than closer together than what you're used to, which was weird because it was a full-size train, but it was a skinny track. if that describes it, I don't know how else to describe it.
It was awesome, though. It was definitely worth a ticket to go up there.
Beautiful views. The train was awesome. The crews were awesome. I went outside the train. It was cold. You could stand out between the cars. You could stand outside and watch the views go by. That was really cool. Then when we got to the top, well, first of all, you have to go to Canada. You're in Canada. So before we got off the train, we had a couple Canadian customs officers come by and check our passports because we're actually entering Canada, another country. And they just kind of did the wave, kind of just made sure you had a passport, wave goodbye. Then we met our guy Dylan again,
he was awesome.
He was awesome. Sockeye Cycling Company here in Skagway, totally recommend it. Sockeye. Got our bikes, a little tutorial how to use them and what's going on, and we started downhill all the way back to Skagway.
And if you do that, bundle up, at least if you come in May, because it was cold.
It was cold, but it seemed to get warmer as we came down. I think because we were moving our legs, but it was really cold up there to begin with. I'm like, oh man, I was shaking a little bit, but yeah.
Going down at like 20 miles, 25 miles an hour, that wind cuts through your jacket. I had a heated jacket. I have a heated jacket on, and it was still really cold.
But once again, decent weather. I read the weather forecast was supposed to rain all day today, and I haven't seen a drop. So,
no, we couldn't have asked for better weather.
Right, it was cold up there, but I can't imagine what that would have been like with rain and cold. It would have been crazy. But yeah, oh, there goes a train horn. They have a couple departures a day that go back up to Fraser.
Just currently walking downtown Skagway, making our way back to the ship, going to have some lunch.
Yes.
The bike ride was challenging for me. It was really cool though. Maybe TMI, but I've had a knee replacement and my knee doesn't bend as well as it used to, so I struggled with that. Also struggled with the endurance of it. There was a little bit of an uphill. I did have to walk.
It wasn't all downhill. It was about 95% downhill.
You said some people have to walk uphill, so I did walk uphill once, but yeah, it was a little more than I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't. I made it. I didn't have to have someone come and pick me up, so that's a plus.
And there was only 4 people in our group going downhill to show you how popular this tour was.
Yeah.
We had a whole train full of people that were breaking off in different tours, and here's our little tour, the little van with some bikes behind it, just the 4 of us coming down the hill.
Yeah, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
And they were so accommodating. Like, Dylan was like, just, if I need to slow down, let me know. And he didn't make me feel bad for being the slow one in the group. And everyone in the group was amazing. They were fantastic. They were very patient, and everybody was awesome. So actually, Yeah, there was 5. Only one girl didn't want to go down, so her husband went, and she just took the van back down.
Right.
So there was 4 of us that actually rode the bikes down, and then our guy.
Then we got back to the Sockeye Cycling Company here in Skagway, and Dylan gave us a couple recommendations to eat. We're probably not going to do it, probably eat on the ship, but I was just curious what he'd like for food. And then we went to the national park.
What did he recommend? The fish company?
The brew company.
And the fish company.
For your halibut.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking for, halibut.
And we didn't actually see them coming off. Well, we did actually saw the brew company coming back.
Yeah, we saw the brew. Yeah, it's closer to the ship.
It was just a long day. Yeah. We're just ready to get back, and it's cold. So we're gonna head back to the ship now. And
what I was gonna say is the National Park Service. It's part of the National Park Service. The whole Yukon Gold Rush Trail. It's run by the National Park Service. But anyway, I went in there and got some stamps for my passport, and they had a nice little free museum you could tour, and information on how the Gold Rush, kind of the birth and the death of the Gold Rush in the Klondike. So it was very interesting to look at the exhibits.
Yeah. This trip has been everything and more than I could have ever imagined. You know, we do a ton of traveling, so and we go to a lot of the same places and stuff, but we've been to some beautiful places.
The scenery is just crazy here.
You get awed. Like sometimes you get jaded by traveling so much. It's like, oh yeah, it's pretty, but like this trip has just awed me. It's like, oh my God, it's just so beautiful. And I know that sounds probably pretentious, or I don't know the right word. But it's been amazing. Highly recommend.
Yeah, this is the first crowded port we've been in. 4 cruise ships here. I called it the Nassau of Alaska because there were 4 big cruise ships out there.
It's packed.
This is definitely the most crowded. They have the room for it. Where the other ports we were in, they didn't quite have the room for all these cruise ships. So definitely more crowded here today. But we weren't really in town. We were out and about, so we didn't really spend time downtown.
Yeah.
Just walked through.
So. All right, well, we are going to wrap it up, get on the ship and get warm, and go get some lunch, and we will touch base with you again soon. Bye for now.
Little lighthouse in the middle of the water there. You got to have one, and we're like, yeah, we get cabins from interior to junior suites. We stay in anything, and we're like, yeah, we'll be fine. We originally had an ocean view where you just have the window, and I ended up upgrading a few months after I booked it, and I'm so glad I did, because it's just been amazing to see this view every day. Coming into Hubbard Glacier. So beautiful. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where are we, Alan?
We are heading for Hubbard Glacier right now. We are right now sailing up Yakutat Bay. Basically what's going to happen today is we don't get off the ship, there's no excursion. The captain's going to get close to the glacier, and we're going to kind of pivot around and take a look at it. We can already see it up ahead. We can already see ice flows, chunks of ice that have fallen off. It's flowing past. So it should be nice. There's some hardcore people out there. People are all dressed, it's cold out there. People are all dressed up in their hats and gloves, and they're going to stay outside. I think cameras. I think it takes about 2 hours. We're going to go real slow and pivot around, and so there's some hardcore people. That's Hubbard Glacier. Yeah, we're at Hubbard Glacier today.
All right.
So we'll see.
Sea day today. Recuperating from yesterday. It's been a lot going on. We're exhausted. This has probably been one of the best cruises we've been on. It's been simply amazing.
Yes.
So not a lot planned today, just recovering, packing, We get off tomorrow. We're taking the train.
Alaska Railroad from Seward to Anchorage, which is about a 4-hour train ride. Then we're going to spend a couple days in Anchorage.
Yeah. So come with us.
Yes.
We'll take you with us.
Yes, come. Come.
Come.
Come.
All right. We will check in later with you. Bye for now.
The Malaspina Glacier just above the dark tree line along the long, flat shoreline. On our part, you'll be able to see Mount St. Elias. Mount St. Elias was named by Danish explorer Vitus Bering in 1741 as he explored the region for Russian Tsar Peter the Great. The lofty summit of Mount St. Elias was the first piece of Alaska mainland.
Came down to check out the glacier from deck 4. And it's nice. They have a little hot chocolate station set up over here. So you can have hot chocolate and look at the glacier. And they have a photographer. Very nice. All right. We're wrapping up our glacier roundabouts.
You can see Hubbard Glacier in the background.
Pivoting.
Yeah, so basically we got close. I think the captain said we were about 6 miles away from the glacier. It's about as close as we can get today, but you can still see it pretty well behind my shoulder there. And what they do is they stop and he's made 3 or 4 pivots just spinning around in a clockwise direction. And I think we're almost done. After this one, we'll probably head out.
Yeah.
Supposedly there's sea lions, and I can't see them through my binoculars. Supposedly they're out there. They look very small though. They're on top of the ice floes, but I didn't see any.
Yeah.
And we had a naturalist on board
Narrating.
give us some nice facts about the glacier and things around the area. So that was really cool.
Yeah. Enjoyable.
Very
Everybody
enjoyable.
they had some people out with hot chocolate.
So, yeah, the crew had hot chocolate out there, and photographers to take pictures in the background. So that was really neat.
It was a beautiful day. Perfect day. And you can't get that water that looks like glass.
Yeah, the sun started coming out and it started reflecting, and yeah, it looks very
beautiful.
Nice. Still smooth.
Yeah. So that's it. We're gonna go see. The captain's gonna give a talk here shortly. We're gonna go do a behind the scenes tour at the theater, and then that naturalist is going to give a talk too. So that's pretty much on the agenda today.
Don't forget the Chops lunch.
Chops lunch.
Chops for lunch.
Yay!
Always
Can't
good.
go wrong with Chops lunch.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm
Yes.
hungry. Still have 2 more hours.
Yeah, we didn't have breakfast because
We
we're
didn't have breakfast
waiting.
because we're saving up.
So, all right. Well, you come with us, and we're gonna take you there with us. So,
Yes.
bye for now. We are here. We're gonna do the behind the scenes tour at the theater. See what that's all about. We actually haven't even seen any entertainment this cruise.
So Sergio's on our Steakhouse, so you can answer any questions about the set.
Yes, cool.
There's the pianos from last night.
Yeah. Some props is here, some on other side. Some props we have backstage.
Oh wow. This is it, huh?
All the costumes.
Yep.
Please feel free to take a seat. If anyone needs to sit down, we have a few chairs.
Put your head.
That's a quick little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Small area. So we just finished the behind the scenes tour. That was for people who are diamond and above.
Behind the
So-
scenes at the theater,
Yes.
the Royal Theater.
So get to go backstage and see.
Yeah, it's very neat to see the
costumes and
backstage
stuff.
area.
Very small, but yeah. Did
We had a
ask.
performer, a lighting guy. I didn't know. Oh, then they kind of like the guy who takes care of the scenery and setting up the stage, and
Yeah.
so little dabble of what goes on to put on a show here.
Yeah, so it was nice. I did ask if I could film, so she said yes. So just wanted to make sure about that. All right, see you for later. Even Hubbard Glacier. We were here a long time. So we are at Chops for our lunch, and we have our famous pretzel bread and onion bread. Have a beautiful view next to the table. So that's nice. Chops is an upcharge. We ate here for lunch, got a very good deal. I think I paid like $14.99 or something. So it was a crazy good deal. So keep an eye out on the cruise planner for good deals like that. And what else you have to say, Alan? Anything?
Chops. I love chops. Steaks are good. All the food's good. Anything you get.
All
I
right.
recommend it.
So we're gonna start digging in. Talk to you soon. Alan always gets a wedge salad.
It's very
and
good.
It looks amazing.
Bacon bits, blue cheese, crumbles. It's very good.
Very good.
Fresh.
Highly recommend. So we got the steak, the filet
8-ounce
mignon,
filet mignon,
and
medium
we got some tater tots.
cheesy tater tots. They got cheese in them.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yes.
So highly recommend those. So we got our desserts. Alan got the key lime, which he loves.
Key lime meringue.
Key lime meringue.
Yes.
And I got the hot chocolate cake, and he made a snowman for because of the glacier today. I got a double scoop of ice cream. It's amazing. So we are doing the Captain's Corner, and they gave us our fun facts about the Radiants. And we are going to Alan. How was lunch today?
Excellent. Chops is always an excellent choice.
I agree. So, all right, wrapping it up here for the day. Gonna go check out the Captain's Corner. It's packed. It's actually a beautiful day. We've had the most amazing weather. The other side of the little fun facts. It's crazy the amount of food that they consume on the ships. That's fun.
Yeah.
So, Captain's just getting ready to start. So we're gonna go. We are heading up to the helipad.
We're going to the bow.
We're gonna go check out the view for a hot second because we didn't bring our jackets out with us, so it's gonna be freezing. And let's go check it out. We're rocking a little bit today.
A little bit.
A little bit. Ooh, sun's out. It's really nice with the sun out.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Surprisingly not as bouncy up here as we expected it to be.
Yeah.
On the sides, walking back, it's kind of, you can feel it, but yeah, it's not too bad up here.
This was very popular this morning at Hubbard Glacier. Mom was watching the views. Woo-wee! I'm not gonna last long out here. My finger keeps getting in the way. I'm sorry, everybody.
It's not as windy as I thought. It's really not windy up here.
No, it's actually
I think the captain said we have more of a
extremely
tailwind right now behind us. So
you go on one side of the ship and you definitely feel it.
Alaska's out that way.
Which way, Alan? Which way?
Starboard. Which way's that?
Which
To
way
the
is
right.
that?
Every once in a while I can see some of the big peaks, but we're still kind of far away. I can kind of see them in the distance.
Wow, is it beautiful. Look at that.
Straight ahead, the Aleutian Islands in Japan.
Well, how awesome would it be if like a whale jumped out of the ocean right now for my picture
Yeah.
and gave everybody a treat? Holy moly, is this beautiful. Captain Jeffrey, he's been taking such good care of us this trip. He actually told us on the captain's quarter that the this is the last season for the Radiants.
In Alaska.
In Alaska.
The ship's not going away.
It's
It's going to be in the Caribbean.
Right. But the Ovation is going to take over the itinerary that the Radiants was doing. So this is the last year for the Radiants up in Alaska. Fun fact.
And why is that?
Why is that, Alan?
Because the Radiance is an old ship built in 2001, and it's not energy efficient enough for these longer trips. So they're going to keep it on shorter
Was that what he said?
Caribbean itineraries.
All right. Serenade's still going to come up here, though, he said,
Serenade,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So it's not like all the small ships are coming out.
Right.
They're just, so. All right, I'm heading back down. I am getting a little chilly with the wind, so. All right, bye for now.
Bye for now.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And we are back to wrap up the day. Busy day. Busy day. It wasn't a busy day. What am I talking about? It wasn't really a busy day, but it's going to be a busy night. We have to have our bags out tonight.
Right.
We usually carry them off because I like having my stuff with me. So we never really check our bags. But we are taking the train tomorrow.
The Alaska Railroad.
And there's not enough room for your bags on the roller bag, so I have to carry that.
So it's kind of convenient. We're putting our tags on, and they're going to take our bags right to the train and load them on the train. So the next time we'll see them is in Anchorage. Like I said, we're going to be taking the Alaska Road to Anchorage. It's about a 4-hour train ride, they said, from Seward to Anchorage. And we're going to disembark there and make our way to the airport to get a rental car and to our Airbnb. We're going to spend a few days checking out Anchorage.
Yeah, we'll bring you with us.
Yes.
We got a really good deal on the train. I stock the cruise planner. I'll make sure we get the best price for everything. So it went on sale one day, and I was like, wow, and it just never went back down that low. So I'm glad we booked it. I think I got it for, I think the original price is like $259. I think I got it for like $175.
And we're supposed to be sitting in dome cars, supposedly, so we'll have that's why we couldn't bring our carry-on bags on, because there's no room to put them up above anywhere else. So
whatever you carry on has to fit underneath.
So it should be
your
nice.
seat.
Everybody we talked to about it says it should be nice. Good scenery as usual this whole trip. More scenery and wildlife, and looking forward to that.
Yeah. So we have to be down there at 6 a.m.
6 a.m. is gonna be an early morning.
Yes.
6 a.m. and I think the train leaves pretty early, probably 6 by 7. So.
Yeah. So we have not seen the sunset. I think the sunset's at what, like 10?
Yeah, it's getting to be, summertime up here in the northern latitude. So the sun comes up at 4:10 a.m. and goes down at almost 10 o'clock. So yeah, we're about a month away from the summer solstice. So yeah, it's getting to be the longest days of the year for them. So it stays daylight out pretty long now.
We go to bed with the light and we get up with the light.
Basically,
so
yeah.
It's quite weird. So,
right.
But we are going to get ready for tomorrow, and we will bring you with us.
Yes.
So, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Good morning.
Good morning from Seward, Alaska. Seward. I've heard it pronounced 20 different times. Seward, Alaska.
So, just getting ready. They're going to kick us off here.
Get kicked off here.
But it was an amazing trip. So, look forward to our train ride.
A lot different than the Caribbean, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Gonna take our train ride, and then we're going to stay in Anchorage for 2 days.
We're going to take the train to the Alaskan Railroad to the downtown Anchorage depot, get over to the airport, get a rental car, and spend a couple days in Anchorage.
Yay.
See what there's to offer there. So.
All right. Well, we just wanted to wish you a good morning. We will take you with us, and we will see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye for now. We're in the train depot. Bring our luggage out.
Pick it up our boarding pass. All right.
6A and 6B.
Oh, so the seats were already assigned, or no?
Just give us a boarding pass.
Gotcha.
I mean, just not.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Getting on the train. Get on the. Not even. Beautiful morning.
Look at the peaks, yes. Another beautiful morning here in Anchorage. It's about 38 degrees.
Everyone's getting on the train. All right, this is going to be our car, 555.
Thank you.
Ooh. We are in 6A. Look how pretty. All right, we're all loaded on. It looks like we're getting ready to go. We've got a nice table to ourselves, which is amazing. Just trying to get organized. Very organized.
Yeah, the ship is just behind us. It was a very short walk to the train.
Yeah, the ship is back here.
Here at Seward.
Can't see it. There it is.
Seward. That's pretty.
It's pretty.
Look how flat that is. Wow, look at that view.
Isn't that pretty? Scenery is so beautiful through here. This train ride's like the best. We have the best server. He's awesome. Give some highlights. The views have just been amazing. See the reflection on the water. Haven't come across any wildlife yet. They see moose and eagles. So hopefully we get to see it on our trips.
Cool waterfall coming off the mountain, all the snow melt. It's a pretty big waterfall.
So they have cows.
out.
So everyone's freaking out. They found some goats or sheep.
Cars down.
Good evening.
Good evening from Anchorage, Alaska. Somewhere in Anchorage.
Somewhere in Anchorage. We are at our Airbnb.
Yes, we are.
We're staying here for 2 nights before we fly back. So we are exhausted, so we're really not doing much. We went and got something to eat and just going to kind of chill out the rest of the day. It's been a long day traveling. So we took the train.
Alaska Railroad from Seward to Anchorage.
We booked that through Royal.
Didn't go exactly as I thought it was going to go. I don't know what I was thinking, but for future reference, the train, by the way, it was beautiful. You'll probably see some footage. Had some nice dome. It was a dome. All the cars were dome class, so you had windows from, basically floor to ceiling.
Yeah,
all
beautiful.
The wildlife, all the beautiful, just everything. It was just beautiful along the way.
It was four, like 2 on one side of a table, 2 on the other side. Because we were only a party of 2, we had the whole table to ourselves.
Right. I think they were cognizant of that. Like if you were just a party of 2, they didn't put strangers, I guess, in the same rows or the same table. So it was just, Josie and I for the 2. Then there were parties of 4 and 3. They kind of kept everybody together, so you weren't face to face with strangers, I guess.
We had tons of room. It was looked a little crowded for a table.
And each car had their own, I want to say, food service. You could order. It's a little pricey.
Yeah, you could order it.
And had their own, each car had their own... Server, yeah. So you could order food and drinks, and he would narrate a little bit on the way. He was kind of new, so we didn't really get a lot of that, but...
He was good, though. He was very personal, very nice.
From Oregon,
yeah, he was really
working
nice.
Summer job, I guess. But,
anyway, the way...
Yeah, but the way it brought us in for the future on Royal is the train took us right to the airport. There was a nice train terminal right inside Anchorage's main airport. What I thought was going to happen is the Alaska Railroad has their main railroad depot north of town. I thought we were going to go there first. We were going to get off the train, and then the shuttle bus would go from there to the airport. But it was total opposite.
They had 2 stops.
Right, there's 2 stops.
One group was for the Civic Center, which was downtown more, and the other was for the airport.
Right.
And
no, I wasn't even thinking Civic Center. I was thinking, okay, we're going to go to the main... not even thinking there was a train depot at the airport. Then we're going to go to the main train depot, which is a little north of town, and then the shuttle bus was going to take people... No, totally, that was not what happened. Took the train right into the airport depot. Then the people that were going to the Civic Center or downtown got... City Center got on the shuttle bus and went to the middle of downtown and did whatever they wanted to do. It was all seamless. Apparently your luggage came, in Seward, they loaded your luggage up into a big truck and just trucked it here. It wasn't even on the train from what I understood.
A whole separate thing.
So it was totally organized. It was just a little communication of what was going to happen with people splitting off, and it was a little
It was very organized.
It was very organized.
They just didn't let you know the organization of the process of it. So a lot of people were like, what do we do?
And I think the kid we had on board was a little new, and maybe he didn't know what was going on with the cruise passengers. But anyway, once you got off that train, it was very organized. If you had tag number 1 in your bag, go right. Tag number 2, go left. If you're going to the Civic Center, and it was all.
And then when we got to the Civic Center, they had your bags out, and you got your bags. They asked, for your photo ID, make sure you're getting the right bag. We kind of switched things up because we needed a rental car.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to the airport first. I thought we were going to be out of town. Or at the main depot, and we were going to have to Uber to the airport to get our car, but we just got off the train. I'm like, hey, Josie, we're already at the airport. So I went and got the rental car, and she got on the shuttle to get her bags. So we saved an Uber ride. We saved a ton of time. We'd have to double back to the airport. So.
Yeah, so it worked
and they didn't count seats or anything. I just kind of slipped away from the crowd, and it was very easy.
Yeah.
Anchorage Airport's a smaller airport, so it wasn't hard to.
It was a beautiful ride. We saw
beautiful day. Another beautiful day.
Baby moose, two baby moose. But that was fast. You couldn't take a picture.
And the mountain sheep.
Mountain sheep.
And we saw a glacier. The train would slow down for us to take pictures. And so when we saw the mountain sheep, the train like came to a stop. We could see them up there. And the glacier, the conductor kind of went slow so we get pictures. But yeah, the scenery was just...
Yeah, it was beautiful. Definitely
crazy.
recommend that train ride. It was awesome.
Now that we're in Anchorage, you're just in another urban area. You're out of the all the cool nature stuff we saw. And, it's kind of like when you go to Hawaii. You got your islands in Maui and Kauai, and then you get to Honolulu, and you're like, okay, you're in another big city. That's what it is here. Anchorage, you're in a big city now. You got the potholes. You got the
homeless, tent cities.
You got the homeless encampments, and so take it for what that's worth. If you want to see the real Alaska, like the real Hawaii, get out of town.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So, and that was it. So we are not exactly sure what we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to get out and explore. We have a couple
Anchorage area
ideas.
a little bit. Yeah, there's some things to do.
But we have an early morning flight that next day.
Oh,
so
and I was going to say, it's such a beautiful
plans.
day here that you can see Mount McKinley or Denali or whatever you call it in the distance. I don't know how far it is, probably 100 miles away. But yeah, you could see it clearly today. That's how clear it is, the snow cap of Mount McKinley. So
yeah, it's
very
warm
cool.
out today.
Yes,
too.
it's like 60 degrees. Yeah, it's nice.
It's
very nice. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that is us wrapping up our day. Day 7, huh?
Day 7, yeah.
Wow. So, all right. Well, we will touch base with you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Anchorage Day 2.
Yes, we're coming from our Airbnb here in Anchorage.
We really didn't do anything yesterday.
Nope.
Went out and got a quick bite to eat, came back, ate, and I was in bed early.
It was nice. We just chilled out, and it was very relaxing. Just trying to decompress and detox from our cruise.
Yes. So
we had a full day yesterday. We started very early. So yeah, we just chilled out yesterday. We didn't do anything.
We had to get out of the room. We had to be downstairs by 6 a.m. So we were up at 4. It was early.
Right.
So. Anyway, we are going to go on a little adventure today.
Yeah, we're going to go on Anchorage. There's some salmon spawning areas that may be active. Then we're going to go look for some moose. I see there's a
going
moose
on
there.
a moose hunt.
Going on a moose hunt. We're going to see if we can find the mooses. Maybe a bear if we're lucky. But moose. Moose are like deer around here. We were coming in on the train yesterday, and we saw a moose that was like behind an industrial park or something. So it's kind of like the deer back home. They're just kind of everywhere.
Yeah. So gonna do that, and we're gonna bring you along to see what we can find on our last day.
I don't know what else we'll get into, but we'll see what's out there.
All right. Well, stay tuned. Come along. Come with us. Come along.
Anchorage, Alaska. Looks like another beautiful day out there too. Wow,
Yeah,
blue sky, and we've been blessed with the weather this whole trip.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now. Don't see any salmons today yet. Still think it's pretty early.
Yeah, they said mid-May they might start running upstream, but nothing yet.
It's pretty though.
It is very pretty. In the middle of, we're basically in the middle of the city here, and it's kind of a nice park.
Let's go on this side and see.
Ship Creek, it's called. Ship Creek.
Ship Creek. Look, you can see our shadows, dear.
Yeah, I don't see
Other section over here.
I don't see no salmon yet.
No salmon yet. So this is where they are now. So they should be here soon. But we're not going to see it. We'll have to come back later. Another trip. All right, we are here at the Alaska Railroad Museum.
No, this is the Alaska Railroad Depot.
Oh, depot.
In Anchorage. It's big and historic.
Wow, look how blue. There's not even a cloud in the sky here. Beautiful day.
Oh well.
All
it was a little
right,
effort.
we weren't in there that long. There wasn't really much in there. There was no trains leaving. We had a little gift shop. Really wasn't worth getting out, but it was,
little effort.
We're
literally 50 feet from the door, so
yeah,
free parking, no problem.
no problem. Definitely not recommended.
It was on the way to where we're going next anyway, so.
Yeah. All right, we are making another stop. We're here at Earthquake Park. And we shall see what we find. What are we going to find, Alan?
See the landscape that was changed by the 1964 earthquake. Probably see some remnants of it.
1964, huh?
One of the largest earthquakes in history.
All right, let's go see if we see anything.
Check it out.
So it is a paved trail. It's a nice flat trail. It's a nice park. Wooded area.
This is going to hook up with the Tony Knowles Coastal Trail. It's an 11-mile trail on the outskirts of the city. People, I can see it right up there. People are biking and hiking. So
nice. Decided not to bike after our biking the other day.
I think we've had enough biking this trip.
Definitely a lot warmer. Saw some locals in shorts and tank tops.
Summertime in Anchorage, 60
Little
degrees
cold
today.
for me. What's the sign? Anchorage, aloft.
Air travel is very important in Alaska to get from place to place, as we found out. Places like Juneau are totally isolated, and they don't have freeways that come out of Juneau that go anywhere, so.
No.
Gotta take ferries and planes. A lot of places in Alaska are like that, especially the Aleutian Islands. There isn't a road like Key West that runs from Miami to Key West. It's just, there's no freeway on the Aleutian Islands, so you gotta get around somehow.
All right, Alan. We're walking back from
We're on our way from Earthquake Park. We walked out to the end. There's some interpretive signs. You can see the damage from the earthquake, kind of like where it drops off. Now, this was in 1964, so you can't, there's a bunch of trees and everything's kind of grown in there, so they'll tell you that's where everything dropped into the ocean.
You'd never know, though.
You never know. It's been so long ago, it's all been growing over, so okay, that was cool.
It's a beautiful park, though.
It's a beautiful park,
Everyone's out
yeah.
jogging, cross-country, skiing, with the rollers.
Once again, little effort, so probably wasn't a whole heck of a lot here but yeah, it's just nice for a nice nature walk, for sure.
Bikes, a lot of bikes. Trails.
But yeah, evidence of the earthquake. If they didn't tell you that was like what the damage of the earthquake was, you never would have known because it's all grown in. But you can see where it drops off. You'd be like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Okay. So we got a little nature in. And we're gonna go, what's next?
We're gonna go to another park. Hopefully we'll see some moose there. It's supposed to be a moose type park.
Moose.
But yeah, we'll see. It's by the airport too, so maybe we'll get some plane action while we're over there too.
Oh, good. Can't get enough plane action.
Right.
All right. And as you can hear, this park is right by the freeway.
In the airport.
In the airport.
You can hear it.
So it was a little wild, but all right. We will touch base with you soon.
How can you miss it? Oh, Cathay Pacific Cargo.
Pretty view.
It's a pretty view.
Which one out here is?
Yeah, out there's Mount Spur. It's been kind of active. A volcano. It's been kind of active for the last couple months. They're kind of telling the townspeople that it may erupt any day now. So
Boy.
Hopefully we're not here.
Taking off this way?
No, they're taking off that way.
There he is. All right. So we went to the park to go see moose. Didn't see any moose, but we did see some airplanes. So we stopped and took some video of some airplanes.
That's right. There's some hot plane action.
Yes.
747s landing right over our heads. I'm sure you'll see some pictures somewhere.
It was actually a very popular place.
It's very popular, yeah. It was very cool.
And then we just stopped at Moose Tooth and we got some pizza.
Yes, very good pizza, very good service. Mel took care of us.
Yeah. Highly recommend. I'd come back here.
Yeah.
So, and now we're going to go off to go see maybe some belugas.
Maybe some belugas.
Maybe we'll see some moose too with the belugas.
We'll see some moose with the belugas.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are getting ready to leave this morning. We didn't do a wrap-up last night. We were tired. We did go to see if we could find any belugas. No belugas.
Yeah, there's supposed to be some in the Turnagain Arm, but Tide was way too low. We got there right at low tide, and there was mostly just mud flats. Evidently, you could see when the tide starts coming back in, maybe, but we didn't. We'd have to wait there another 4 hours for the high tide, and we bugged out. We were tired.
We were too tired.
We just came back and did nothing.
It was an early morning. I got up at 1:30,
Right.
so
We have a flight out of here at 6 a.m. It's 3:50 a.m. right now, so we head to the airport here in a few minutes.
yeah. So, but it was an amazing trip. It's gonna be a long day of travel, but it was so worth it. This is probably one of my best cruises. Had an amazing time.
Definitely different. Scenery was beautiful everywhere. Weather was beautiful everywhere for the most part. I think if we ever do this again, I don't know if the weather's going to be like this all the time. I think we got the exception more than the rule with the weather from what I'm hearing. So,
Yeah. But we appreciate you coming with us. And if there's any questions we can answer, put them in the comment section. If you liked anything that we did, we'd appreciate if you would subscribe and like our channel. That would help us.
yes.
We're really just getting started, and we're really learning a lot of things.
Yes,
There's
we
so
are.
much we don't
Yes, we
know,
are.
and but we're learning. Hopefully, we're getting better. But we appreciate all the support that we have gotten so far. So, anything that you want to add to wrap this up?
I was going to say, just put anybody out there, put something in the comments, anything about Alaska, things to see. I'd like to see Katmai National Park one of these days. You can only get there by seaplane. That's where all the bears are catching salmon all the time. Anything else in Alaska, what we missed, it's a must see. I'd like to get up to Denali National Park one day. It was just too far from here. We only had a day here.
Yeah.
It was about a 4-hour drive. But yeah, anything down below in the comments about Alaska or anything about an Alaska cruise and stops in the Inside Passage, just anything down below in the comments would be great.
Excursion that you did,
Yeah.
definitely on our list to do again. So,
Definitely.
all right. Well, thank you for joining us, and as always, live the life of your dreams.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
All right, we are here. We're gonna do the behind the scenes tour at the theater. See what that's all about. We actually haven't even seen any entertainment this cruise. It's been so port intensive that we've gone to bed so early, but we get up early, so.
Yeah.
But we figured we'd check it out anyway. Blooper reel.